You wouldn't do that, Tyler. Kill yourself or anyone. You don't even have the balls to begin with. What you need is me, someone to talk to. It's been a while since our last session, so tell me what's been going on.
I'm not a fucking role model.
I know this.
I'm a 19-year-old fucking emotional coaster with pipe dreams. I ain't tweeted telling people he's bumping all of my shit. These motherfuckers think I'm supposed to live up to some shit. I'm still jacking off, proceeding my life careless, but getting more pussy cause I tell bitches I'm Wood Harris. Philly to Paris, I'm getting these weird stares at skate parks and airports. All in the air, it's weird. Yonkers dropped and left the cranium's mind fucked. Now competition missing like that nigga my mom fucked. He still hasn't called me yet. But that's a whole fucking different argument. Shit, I got over it. And a couple bucks in my pockets. Now I could go buy a couple hot pockets. So grandma can stop cooking them nasty ass collard greens. Pressure's on me like this top hat bastard intro. How the fuck I'm gonna top that?
Tyler, you're top notch religion.
Okay, you guys call me. I'm not a fucking rapist or a serial killer. I lied. I tried too hard, huh? Made a couple thou and I just don't know what to buy yet. The cream shit is free and I don't drink, so fuck a wine set. Nigga, fuck a mindset. My brain is in obscenity. I'm fucked in the head. I lost my mind with my virginity. Oh, that's a 333 Isn't he a devil worshiper? Cause I'm too fucking ignorant to do some research. I'm the star of the group, so no one else gets the respect that they deserve.
Bastard was good though.
What you think I recorded for? To have a bunch of critics call my shit a bunch of horrorcore? Like I didn't make Parade on the Glorious? Cause I'm too scared to tell my friends the way I really fucking feel? Of course they only listen to lyrics about me pissing off in the tunes of Laura Croft. I'm getting pissed off. Message boards are on my dick, I need a pissing wave. Let me bust one in their mouth. I know they feel the flavor. Can't they just be happy for me? Like a kid with nothing, living out his dreams? But I gotta fucking hate. I don't even skate anymore. I'm too fucking busy. I can barely kick flip now.
Why
What the fuck you mean I'm not talented? You see the shit that I've been doing? I mean, I'm not that great of a rapper, but as a whole, I'm pretty cool, right? People excited, thinking shit is so tight. Getting cosigns from rappers that I don't even like. What the fuck you want me to do? Start to gobble his mic and start jacksing him off until his cat blasting off? No, fuck that. These niggas ain't fucking with me, cause I don't listen to the immortal with tech of the knee. Getting all this underground bullshit that's never gonna peak on the Billboard Top 20 and Gem of the Week. I'd rather listen to Badu and Push the T and some Waka Flocka Flame instead of that real hip-hop that's full of the shit. But they wanna critique everything that we Wolf Gang has ever released, but they don't get it. Cause it's not made for them. The nigga that's in the mirror rapping, it's made for him. But they do not have the mindset that's same as him. I'm not weird, you're just a faggot. Shame on him. I'm not homophobic.
I don't think you are.
Faggot. This fuck is a good performance. I get on stage and I have as much fun as I can.
It seems like you have they're really random and it's ADD.
He doesn't have ADD. Well, I don't. I wish the Bay was here. Therapy's been sinning and niggas getting offended. They don't wanna fuck with me cause I do not fuck with religion. But see, that's my decision. You fuckers don't have to listen. Here, put put this middle finger in your ear. When someone gets blamed because some white kid had aimed his AK-47 at 47 kids, I don't want to see my name mentioned.
I don't think anyone's actually serious enough to believe you.
College wasn't working and I wasn't working, so I was at home jerking off until my dick was hurt. But I was determined to be great, so it was classical wait. For the 4 days that I went, I wasn't learning shit. Now I'm living dreams that I've wanted since 8. I can't afford to give my mother something on her birthday.
You explained to me that you were in school,
They claim the shit I say is just wrong. Like nobody has those really dark thoughts when alone. I'm just a teenager who admits he's suicide prone. My life is doing pretty good, so that date is postponed from now. Wow, life's a cute bitch full of estrogen, and when she gives you lemons, nigga, throw them at pedestrians.
what are you saying? Take advantage. I mean, you've been doing pretty good. I've seen that.
Still live in my grandma's house. Sell out a fucking show in London just to end up on couches. I hate my fucking life. But when I make that announcement, my hero calls my phone just to put that in doubt. Then I am confused if I want in or just out. My friends really think I'm playing when I say I need counseling. I sit in grandmother's living room and just pout and shout loud inside. Sometimes I just want to die. Our future came from the bottom, and it's gonna take a couple armed armies trying to stop them. All you fucking lames don't have to like me. The devil doesn't wear Prada. I'm clearly in a fucking white tee.
Whoa. All right. See you.
Now, I want y'all to understand something. There's always a method to the madness. Everything I do is for a purpose. When I say everything, I mean I literally think about everything before I do it. This song I just played by Tyler, the Creator, it was for a reason. See, last night I played Highest in the Room. Tonight I started my live off with Tyler, the Creator, and that particular song, which is the exact same as the song that I played last night. The difference is Travis Scott and Highest in the Room, he claimed to be the judge. Tyler, the Creator, in this song that I just played, he was talking to the devil. Now, Tyler, the Creator, if you know who he is, you'll know what his lifestyle is, the type of life that he lived. Okay. He was talking to himself in third person, but the third person was the devil. So when you heard that deep voice, that was the devil. So y'all might be saying, well, okay, Cook, what are you trying to say? Well, what I'm trying to say is that the devil moves around. He moves around, and only a God-fearing person would know the devil when he show up. If you're not God-fearing, you're not even gonna know the devil when he show up. You're not gonna know who he is. A God-fearing person gonna know when the devil show up. They gonna know. They gonna recognize him, and they're gonna deal with him. But now, with this particular song that I just played, Tyler, the Creator, is speaking in third person, and that third person is Satan himself living inside of his brain, living inside of his mind, living inside of him. Yeah. The music alone is somewhat captivating. The music alone is somewhat dark, right? It's dark music. But Tyler the Creator has hundreds of thousands of people that listen to him, that follow him. Now leave this on your mama desk. Put that on your mama desk. Yeah, she'll pay those tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. You finna go to bed?
No.
Okay. Well, you can come back down. I'm live, so you can come on back down and say something if you want to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll come back.
All right. So, what I'm saying is, I don't think people do their research. I really don't. I don't think that people really know how this stuff works. I don't think people really know how it works. I feel like if people knew exactly how it worked, they would move differently. If you knew that the devil exists, no way in your right mind that you would do some of the things that you do. It's just no way you'll do it. You just won't do it. A sound mind will make sound decisions. Period. Right? So if you know that the devil exists, why would you do all the dumb stuff that you do? You wouldn't do it. You would not do it. If you knew that you would go to hell if you did certain things, you just wouldn't do it unless you were just dumb. I'm talking about plain stupid. And of course, we got a whole lot of people out here, especially on YouTube, that's just plain stupid. And I get that part. But as a whole, even a stupid person should know that they don't want to go to hell. Even a dumb person to know that I ain't trying to go there, because that's forever. But they miss that part because they don't believe. And that's my problem with them. They don't believe. You see, fear, that word fear, is a hell of a thing. It is. Fear is a hell of a thing. A lot of men don't even realize what they really fear. Because a man will tell you, I ain't scared of nothing. That's a lie. If a man tell you he ain't scared of nothing, that's a damn lie. Oh, he's scared of something. Every man realizes fear. Every man. Now, let me say that. Let me say it in perspective. Every man realizes that he has fear somewhere in his life. Now, he may not fear another man. He may not fear certain circumstance, but he has fear somewhere. Trust me. I got fear. I do. I have fear in my life. But here's the thing. The only thing that I fear is God. That's it. I don't fear nothing else other than God. You know why I fear God? Because I know that he can not only strike me down, but he can strike down what I hold sacred. He can strike down the ones that I love. He can take away things that are dear to me, and it won't be nothing I can do about it. That's why I fear him. So that's called a healthy fear. The reason why I don't fear no man or no woman is because that man or that woman can't do nothing to me. The only thing a man or a woman can do is kill me. But I believe that even when I die, I'll rise up again. But see, when God do that to you, it's something different. Now tonight is a Sunday send-off. And I played that song for a reason. I played that song to get y'all to realize the devil is known as the Pied Piper, right? Not R. Kelly. R. Kelly is not the Pied Piper. The devil is. The devil is the Pied Piper. He captivates you with the music. He captivates you with the lyrics. He gives subliminal messages through the music and through the lyrics, and he captivates you, and you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. You see, the thing about it is there's only one God. That's it. There's only one. Now, people can choose to worship however they want. You can be Catholic, Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, whatever you want to be. You can practice however you want to practice, but there is only one God. That's it. Just like there's only one devil. That's it. Now, you got a whole lot of angels and you got a whole lot of demons, but there's only one God and one devil. So, who do you fear? Do you fear the devil or do you fear God? Who do you fear? Now, me personally, your bruh, Cook, I choose to fear God. The reason why I choose to fear God is because God don't ask permission from nobody. He is the architect. He is the master and creator of all things. As a matter of fact, the devil would not exist if it wasn't for God. Not the other way around. There would be no devil if it wasn't for God. The devil is the adversary, period. So now, if you fear the devil, you done already messed up. Because why you scared of him? The only power he got is what you give him. But now God, just the word God symbolizes power. Just the word. It's a simple 3-letter word. And those 3 letters is more powerful than anything that was ever said, more powerful than anything that was ever thought. 3 simple letters, God, has been around since forever. It's been around since forever. Now, some people will say, well, Cook, that's a double-edged sword because how would you know good if you don't know evil? Well, I beg to differ because if all you know is good, you'll never know evil. But if all you know is evil, you can know good. You get that? If you're an evil person, you can always be introduced to something that's good. Always. There's a way out. But when you all good, you don't need no way out because you already doing everything that's good. So you don't need no way out. You're already on the right path. You're already on the right path. Now let me take a moment real quick to say how y'all doing? Hey everybody. Let me go over to the chat real quick because I'm seeing some comments. So before I address the last couple of comments that I saw, I want to go over here and say what's up to everybody. The Sage, what's up? HOTC, that's my brother Brandon. What's up, bro? Aztec in the house. This beach is better or beachy. That's my sis. How you doing, baby? We got oh, we got Koji in the house. How you doing, sis? Faithful and trustworthy. May God protect. We got her in the house. We got the Bushes and big old. Okay, wait a minute. We got somebody named Alexander Ferguson. Okay. Alexander Ferguson says, Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me see. Okay, there we go. I got a little delay over here. All right, here we go. Alexander Ferguson says, let me post this. Says, you should never fear the Lord is in your soul. And then they say, let me post this. You should never fear God. If you fear God, the devil wins. I need for you to make that make sense for me. I need for you to make that make sense. How is it that if you fear God, the devil wins? How does the devil win if you ain't scared of him? I don't understand how the devil would win if you don't fear him. It's like a bully. You know how a bully, the only reason why somebody can bully you is because you fear them, you scared of them. That's why they can bully you. They can take your lunch, take your money, take your clothes, your shoes. They can do whatever they want to do to you because you're scared of them. But the moment that you don't fear them no more, they ain't got no power over you. So when you don't fear somebody, they don't have no power. But if you fear them, then they have the power. So if you fear God, then you know that God has that power. You know he got that power. So why would you not fear him? Because God can do whatever he wants. You don't have no power over God. God has power over you. You're nothing compared to him. As a matter of fact, you're nothing without him. You don't even exist without him. And now, let me post that too. And now they just said, because the devil puts fear in you. I want to know, how does the devil put fear in you? The only way the devil can put fear in you is if you allow him to. The devil has to get permission from God every time he want to do something. He cannot do nothing without permission from God. And because God gave us dominion, he got to get permission from us too. Not only do he have to get permission from God, but he got to get permission from you. The devil cannot tempt you unless you allow him to. Did you not read the scriptures? Did you not read when the devil was trying to tempt Jesus and he didn't go for it? He didn't go for it. When the devil try to tempt you, you ain't got to go for it. You can simply say, flee from me. I never knew you. And that's it. And he gone. Now, I'm not saying that he ain't going to come back. Oh, he going to come back. He going to keep coming back. But as many times as he come back is as many times as you could tell him to get the hell on. Period. The devil don't run nothing. God runs everything. See, God will forever be the master architect. He will forever be the master architect. Forever. No one can take his place. Can't nobody take his place. Nobody. You see, this is how it works in the kingdom of God. Can't nobody get the job done other than him. Let me say that again. Can't nobody get the job done other than God. Believe me when I tell you that ain't nobody else can get the job done other than Jesus, other than God, other than the Holy Spirit. It ain't nobody else that can cover for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how if you don't show up for work, like let's say you're a supervisor, right? And you don't show up for work, then somebody else can cover your position. You got the manager, you got the supervisor, and you got the lead, right? On the job. Well, if the manager call out, then the supervisor can cover for him. If the supervisor call out, then the lead man can cover for him. But ain't nobody covering for God. Can't nobody cover for him. That's why he ain't gonna never go away. God don't call out. He don't get sick. He don't get COVID, monkeypox, pneumonia, flu. He don't get none of that. He don't get sick. You feel me? So he don't need nobody to cover for him. He is the cover. God is the only one that can get the job done. And can't nobody cover for him. Do you understand? Can't nobody cover for God. If he call out, everybody gonna call out. If God call out, ain't nobody showing up. If God gives up, that's the end of this world. That's the end of everything. Because can't nobody cover for him. God is the only one that can get the job done, and can't nobody cover for him. Believe me. You don't believe me? Okay, how about this right here then? If you don't believe me, believe this right here.
Yeah, I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know a nigga that can cover for me. Yeah, got some game from my day. So she might say she love me, she don't love me like she say she love me. Believe me. I'm that nigga, boy, they love me in the street. I'm not trying to find nobody else to be. I'm the one they come to see because they all believe me. Yeah. Real. It's been me and Young Tune off the rip. That's the man that put me in the shit. If a nigga fuck with him, I put him down quick. Got a verse for anybody who won't talk about the clip. I've been taking shit like you don't wanna hear me trip. Goddamn, do y'all really know who y'all fucking with? Yeah, I mean you can't blame me for wondering. Doesn't matter, could be winter or the summer. On the road, I do one direction numbers, I don't fucking miss. Yeah, Stunner and Magno. When we was gone for 8 months, we put this thing up on our back, and I was snapping off on every single track though. Collect card from the boss, like where we at though. I was like, huh, it's our time, nigga. He left Rikers in the Phantom, that's my nigga. And I be rocking with the team that caught a 9, and we YMCMB waiting on somebody to try us, nigga. Yeah. I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know a nigga that can cover for me. Yeah, got some game from my day. So she might say she love me, she don't love me like she say she love me. Believe me. I'm that nigga, boy, they love me in the street. I'm not trying to find nobody else to be. I'm the one they come to see because they all believe me. Lord knows I murdered one of these niggas. His and hers Ferraris, nigga. One for me, one for my daughter, nigga. Waiting for someone to test me like a Harvard nigga. I told her 223, 2 Michael Jordans, nigga. Come on, fight these shell cases like a lawyer, nigga. Find out where you stay and act like we find some oil, nigga. Out of duct tape, so when he praying, I ignore the nigga. All I gotta say is sayonara, nigga. Drop dead gorgeous, but the bitch ain't dying for a nigga. Where the real queens at? Shout out Capone and Noriega. We can shoot it out and see who lived to tell a story later. Diamonds in my rolling face, can I be exfoliated? They think I'm associated, I'm the one that orchestrated. Yeah, yo, get a ass whip that ass like horses race. It ain't about what you walk away from, it's about what you walk away with. Dead presidents, them coffins vacant. I'ma be doing something. I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know a nigga that can cover for me. Yeah. Got some game from my daddy, so she might say she love me, she don't love me like she say she love me. Believe me. I'm that nigga, boy, they love me in the street. I'm not trying to find nobody else to be. I'm the one they come to see because they all believe me.
Now check this out. It's this music right here that gets you.
Rip. Had to get it poppin' up the rip. Rich young nigga that ain't never had the trick. Slim thug flow, but you know I like 'em thick. If she get a job at DOA, I drop her off a tip. I had to get it poppin' up the rip. Yeah. I'm the one that tell you been rapping in the 6. Coming to the city and your niggas get the trippin'. We'll take you to the Starbucks Bluff and drop you off a cliff. Well, damn. Just be happy for the man. Nerve by the Coldplay, nigga got bands. Ink from the money, got it all over my hands. Going out the use of spending all of my advance. Be live, just tell me for a check. Drake, you know I love you, you just took me out of debt. Yes, right now you are looking at the best. Motherfucker war shows and motherfucker press like that. Fuck the rest. When they jumped up the porch,
I was stumbling up the steps.
I give what I collect before I give up my connect. It be a cold day in hell, ice sick was made of sweat.
One finger.
Sliding across my neck, niggas know what that mean, like they deaf. Nigga, I fire this Nina like this. Our first day on the job and the bitch overslept. Soon stay home. Think I'm a king. Need a horn and a drum roll. They throw motherfucking roses at my feet, nigga. I don't step on one road. Yeah, I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know a nigga that could come for me.
Did you hear that? He said that he don't know nobody that can get the job done. He don't know nobody that can cover for him. What I just played again, I'm going to stuff this. I'm going to continue to push this down your throats until you get it. I'm going to continue to be on this road until y'all get it, because y'all don't understand what's going on here. These rappers are telling y'all that God exists and that the devil exists. They telling y'all. When are you going to listen and stop hearing? You hear the music, you dance, you bob your head, you clap your hands, you snap your fingers. You hearing, but you're not listening. God damn it. When are you going to listen to these people and realize that they telling y'all what the hell going on? These Masons, Drake, Mason, Lil Wayne, Mason, they trying to tell y'all what is going on. The truth is right there in front of you, but you can't see the forest for the damn trees. The truth is right in front of your face. They giving you the truth. Raw. I'm talking about they telling, look, they giving it to you raw. I play this music on my live for a reason. I play specific songs for a specific reason. I'm trying to let y'all know that these people are telling y'all what to do and what not to do, but you too busy hearing the music, you too busy dancing and bobbing your head, and you're not listening. God damn it. Listen. What's the problem? Do you have a reprobate mind? Is that what it is? You got a reprobate mind? Is that your problem? I think so. I think a lot of people got a reprobate mind. I'm trying to shake you up a little bit. See, some people, they lost, they gone. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I'm going to be real. I already put the link up there, so if somebody want to hop up here, you can hop on up, and I'll let you up. That's how I'm going to run tonight. This is Sunday send-off. So the reason why I start doing Sunday send-off is because I want people to start their week off with some sort of positivity, some sort of positive mindset. Know your enemy. Let me tell y'all something. Age does not dictate wisdom. For the slow people, Beach used to tell me all the time. She said all the time, let me say this for the slow people in the back. That's what Beach used to say. So let me tell y'all the same thing she used to say. For the slow people in the back, age does not dictate wisdom. If you're an old fool, chances are you was a young fool. We got a bunch of old fools out here that keep doing the same thing over and over again, and they keep getting the same goddamn results. They stupid, they foolish, they insane, they mad, they crazy. Yeah, put it in there. Put it on the iron board. Okay, I won't. You keep doing the same thing, and the same thing keep happening to you. Boy, I want to cuss so bad. I want to cuss so bad, but I said I wasn't. So I ain't cussing. But some of y'all are just dumb. There go your sister. There go your sis up there.
Hey.
You see Beach in there? There go your little your little skiwi sis. What you doing?
I need this.
Oh, for the computer?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a good charge.
Yeah,
By the time it go all the way down, I'll be done sign off anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, your mama, she sleep?
Yes.
I figured she was sleep. She been out all day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love you too, baby. You gotta go to work in the morning.
Yes.
You gotta deal with the chillins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pray for me.
I'ma pray for you, cause I know being a school teacher ain't no joke.
No, it's not.
Yeah, dealing with them children, boy. It take a special type of person to deal with them type of children. Yeah. But you built for it. You good for it.
Aw.
Love you, baby. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay. Don't forget my clothes, please.
I won't. All right. So what I was saying is this. When are you gonna learn? When are you gonna learn? And I'm just tired of it. I'm just sick and tired of it. I keep seeing the same thing over and over again, and I'm like, God damn, bro, like what's wrong with you? You know that what you're doing. You know what? All right. You know what? I'm sick of the subliminals. I'm tired of I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up. What I keep seeing is I keep seeing people on the internet put other people's name in their title, and they keep doing it over and over again. They channel gets struck down, they come live again. They trying to get struck down again. They go live again. You violating YouTube policies. You breaking YouTube law. You doing something wrong, fool. That's why the same thing keep happening to you. And you know it's wrong. You know how you know it's wrong? Because every time something happened to you, you manipulate, connive, trick, and deceive the system. That's what you're doing. And then you go live again. After you done tricked, lied, deceived, manipulated, and you done did all that just to go live again. For what? For money? You love money that much? You got to have money that way, that much. You stupid fool. And you keep doing the same goddamn thing over and why? You know it ain't right. And I'm getting sick of it. I'm not even subscribed to your channel. But because I'm subscribed to somebody else that's dogging you out, I see what you done did because they post what you did and I got to see it. And I'm like, God damn, you fool, you still doing the same thing. And I'm tired of it. Why are you violating? And you know that you violate. YouTube is going to tell you that you violated their policy. And they're going to say, don't do this no more. But instead of you saying, okay, my bad, I violated, my bad, I ain't going to do that no more. Nah, that ain't what you do though, is it? You do it again. And then they tell you again, you violated our policy. Now, we done told you one time. We telling you again. You violating our policy. Don't do it no more. And what do? You do it again. So YouTube come back and say, all right, you know what? I'm taking that channel down. And what do? You manipulate, scheme, and you do the same goddamn thing again. I'm going to post that. Let me put that up there. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. ZX? What in the hell are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Now, I've heard you say that you God-fearing, right? I heard you attack Jay Wilson because he gay. You attack him because he gay, and you backed it up with Bible verse, right? You back up the reason why you attack him with Bible verse. You say that people dogging out children and they dogging out dead relatives, and you back it up with Bible verse, right? Negro, please. If you're going to take that stance, then you got to take that stance with everything. You can't just use the Bible to get your point across, and then you violate those same terms that the Bible has already set. Negro, you know good and well that you violating YouTube policies. You breaking the law. And the Bible says that you do not break the law. You don't break the law. The Bible says, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Do you know what that means? It means when the law is written, you abide by the law. And you don't violate that. But you, on the other hand, you know good and damn well that you violating YouTube policy. You are breaking the law on this social media. And you keep doing it time after time after time. You keep doing the same thing. And you know damn well that you're doing something wrong. That's why your ass keep getting struck down. But you too stupid to realize why you keep getting struck down. You keep saying, well, I got to get my money. Dummy. Find another way to get your money. So what you're telling me is you're willing to rob, steal, kill, and destroy just to get your money. No, 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 no. If you're going to do that, then don't claim to be a believer. Leave that alone, bro. Don't claim to be a Freemason. Leave that alone, because I already know that you're not. Leave that alone. Just leave it alone. Stop claiming to be something that you're not, because your actions, it don't matter what you say you are. Your actions is what matter. You can say you are whatever you want to say you are, but what does your actions reflect? What do they reflect? Everybody see you doing it, and I'm just sick of it, bro. I'm sick. I'm tired of it. And if you listening, you know what? Let me do something. Let me do something real quick. Because, I mean, I don't know if you listening or not. Doesn't matter to me if you are or if you're not. But just in case you listening, you can hit my link. You can hit my link. And I would love for you to explain why you keep breaking the rules. A God-fearing man don't break the rules. A God-fearing man abide by the rules. Jesus didn't break no laws. Moses didn't break no laws. Paul, Saul, David, Elijah, none of them broke no rules. None of them broke no rules. They did not break rules. They abided by the rules. You breaking them. And you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And it make me wonder, because I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I tried to say, well, you know what? It's 85% women, you know, this, that, and the third. I tried to give you every benefit of the doubt. But what you're doing now is just disgusting. It just absolutely disgusts me. What you're doing is just despicable. It's vile. It's deranged. It's sick. What in the hell is wrong with you? I think you said you was what? 54 or 56? I believe you said you were 56 years old. A 56-year-old man acting like a 5 or 6-year-old child. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, age does not dictate wisdom. Because if it did, this 56-year-old man wouldn't be acting like a 5 or 6-year-old child. Is that the only way you can get your money? That makes you a sorry ass excuse of a man. If that's the only way you know how to get your money. The only way you know how to get your money is to keep dogging out this lady and keep dogging out that lady and keep dogging out that lady. You're so busy putting other people's business out on the street. What about your business, Negro? What about your business? I did what I thought I was supposed to do. I said, you know what? I just unsub. You know, I don't want to hear that mess no more. I just unsub. But the people that I'm sub to, they keep talking about you and the dumb stuff you're doing. So I got to see that too. I just don't, I don't know, man. Some of the stuff that I see, and I'm gonna take a deep breath, but some of the stuff that I see, this stuff just don't make sense. When does boys become men? If you 56 years old and you still acting like a child, Jesus Christ. This the only way you know how to make money? Is this the only way you know how to make money? Some of us are not dumb. Some of us see what you're doing. It's clear and obvious. You put all these people names in your chat, in your title. MU, Tracy, Kimmy. You put all these people name in your title. For what? That's the only way you know how to get money, bro. Really? That's the only, you mean to tell me you 56 years old and that's the only way you know how to get money? You are a sad example of what a man should be. A very sad example. I have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. You know why? Because I follow the rules, I obey the law, and I have faith in my God. Therefore, I have multiple streams of income. And YouTube is not one of them. But now, I don't blame you I'm not saying that I blame nobody. If YouTube is a form of income for you, cool. But you need to obey the laws of YouTube. YouTube and StreamYard got laws. They have policies in place, and they are not to be violated. But you dummy, you keep violating the law over and over. You keep violating the policy over and over again. So much so to where they strike your channel down, you make another one. They strike that one down, you make another one. And guess what? When you make these channels, they are false pretense. All of them are false. So you know goddamn well that you're doing something wrong because you're making up false channels. You giving fake emails. You tricking them. You fooling them. That's the only reason why you can go live now, because it's a lie. You going live and it's a damn lie. You lied to them people. You tricking them people. You faking them out. But you got the nerve. You got the nerve to say that you God-fearing. Really, Negro? You got the nerve to go at Jay Wilson because he gay, and you want to back up your claim on a biblical pretense. Really, Negro? No, 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 bro. No. Nah. Now, if I want to go at Jay Wilson, I'll go at him. And I'm going to do it right. See, I'm not going to violate YouTube policy when I go after him. Yes. I'm not going to violate YouTube rules when I go after him. Because, see, first of all, he called himself pastor, and that's a lie. He doesn't say pastor, he say passer. Well, yeah, you might be a passer, or passerby is what you will be, a passerby. But never will you be a pastor. Never will you be a minister. Never will you be a man of God, because you're not a man, Jay Wilson. You're only half of one. You might not even be half of one. You had the nerve to mention something about my wife. Oh, you thought I forgot? Oh, no, I don't forget nothing. The mind of an elephant is minute compared to the mind of our cook. I don't forget nothing. You thought I forgot about that? No, I ain't forget about that. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut when it come down to my wife and myself, because you don't have a wife. You got a boyfriend, and I don't even know if you got a boyfriend. It seems to me like you just got a dog. It seemed to me like all you do is, honey, child, and snapping your fingers and rolling your neck and smacking your mouth. Don't no real man do nothing like that. Men don't snap their fingers and roll their necks and smack their mouth. That ain't what men do. So you half of a man at best. But keep your mouth shut when it come down to a man and a woman's marriage, because you don't know nothing about that. You don't know a damn thing about it. You violating right there. You claim to be God-fearing, but you violating God's number one rule. No man should lie with another man. You didn't read that part? No man should lie with another man like he lie with a woman. You didn't read that part? Now, this ain't got nothing to do with ZX and his nonsense. This ain't got nothing to do with him. This got something to do with me. Why you putting your mouth on my marriage when you not married? As a matter of fact, there is no marriage between a man and a man. It ain't gonna happen. It don't go that way. There ain't no marriage between no woman and no woman. It don't go that way. Now, if you want to make your own religion, then go on and do that. But don't say nothing about the Bible. Keep the Bible out your mouth. Keep that part out your mouth. Because if it's going to go there, I'm going to go all the way there. And I ain't stopping. Trust me, this ain't no train you want to be on. Because when I go there, I'm not stopping. So you want to laugh and you think it's a joke. You want to make fun and you think it's a joke. Well, the only joke is you. You're a whole homosexual man claiming to be God-fearing, claiming to be something that you cannot never be. You will never be what you claim to be. Never. Unless you change. And it looked like you ain't. Now, once again, I'm not going to back down from what I said about same gender loving people. If a man want to be with another man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But don't come to me and tell me nothing about no Bible, though. No. Leave that alone. If a woman want to be with a woman, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But don't come to me and tell me something about the Bible. No, just leave that alone. Leave that alone. Make up your own verses, make up your own scriptures, create your own book. But don't tell me about that one, because I know what that one says. I follow that one as much as I can. So don't come to me with that nonsense, because if you do, I am going to set fire to your ass every time. So if anybody is in my chat, if anybody is listening to what I'm saying, and you follow Jay Wilson, or you follow ZX, or you follow any of those dummies, run off and tell them what I said. Run off and tell them to come and listen to this live right here. Run off and tell them, oh, Brother Cook said this and Brother Cook said that. You goddamn right I said it. I said it now and I said then. I don't play when it come down to this book. Now, we all sin. We all do. But are you going to make your life, are you going to live your life in sin. That's the difference. We all can sin, but are we going to make our life a life of sin? That's the difference. I'm quite sure that I sin every day, whether I know it or not. I'm quite sure that I do. But here's the difference. If I know that I have sinned, I'm going to ask for forgiveness. And I'm going to do everything that I can to not commit that same sin again. But some of y'all will make a life of that sin. And then you're going to proclaim to be a Christian? No. You're going to proclaim to be a man of God? No. You're going to proclaim and say, hallelujah? Oh, no. Hosanna? Oh, no. No. Keep them words out your mouth. Just keep those words out of your mouth. Create your own Bible, create your own verses and chapters, and let that rock. Leave this Holy Bible alone. Just leave it alone. Because obviously you ain't read it. Obviously you're not abiding by it. Obviously you're violating the commandments, the rules, laws, and bylaws of this Holy Bible right here. You're violating it. So leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I ain't got no problem if a man want to be with a man. That got nothing to do with me. But don't tell me that you're a pastor. I ain't got no problem with a woman wanting to be with a woman. But don't tell me that you're a disciple. No. No. Not me. Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone. And I'm just sick of it. It's like I said before. The road leading to hell is wide. I mean, it is huge. You talking about a 10,000 lane highway leading straight to hell. Unfortunately, I'm not on that road. No, hey, look, Alexander, I tell you what, I'm trying not to block you. I don't want to block you. You're trolling real hard. And I'm trying to have patience with you. But I'm going to ask you kindly to slow down, okay? Because my patience getting ready to run out. My patience getting ready to run out with this ridiculous stuff that you're typing. It doesn't matter what you believe in. If you believe in God, then that's all he can ask for. No. Have you read the book? Do you know what this Holy Bible says? Because what you just said is a direct contradiction of what this book says. No, that's not how it happens. That ain't how it happens. Now, God will forgive you if you ask for it. But here's the thing. When you ask for forgiveness, the reason why you asking for forgiveness is so you don't turn around and do the same goddamn thing as if God don't know. If I murder somebody and I go to God and I ask God for forgiveness, the reason why I'm going to God and asking him for forgiveness is so that I do not commit murder again. But now if I go right back out and commit murder again, why would I go to God and ask for forgiveness in the first place? Why would I do that? This stuff is simple. It's ABC, 1, 2, 3. It is the very basic knowledge that we all get as children. When you were a child and you did something wrong and you went to your parent, your mother or your father or your grandmother, whoever raised you, and they ask you, why did you break that lamp? You already know what you're going to say. I don't know. I'm sorry, mama. I'm sorry, daddy. I'm sorry, grandmama. Whoever raised you, you're going to apologize for what you did. And if you don't, whoever raised you, they're going to demand that you apologize. They're going to say, okay, now apologize for what you did. And you're going to say, I'm sorry. I apologize for what I did. Now, the lesson is I apologize for what I did, and I'm not going to do it again. That is the lesson. Now, the very next day, you do the same thing again. Now, when your guardian or your parent or whoever it is that's raising you, they're going to go to you again. And they're going to say, God damn it. Now, I just told you yesterday not to break that lamp. I just told you not to be playing in here. I just told you not to be running around with your friends, throwing that football and doing all that mess. I just told you yesterday to stay out of here. Because if you keep coming in there, you're going to break that lamp. You came right back in here and did the same thing. Now your punishment is going to be worse. Every time you do the same thing and you know it's wrong, your punishment is going to increase. First, she told you to say that you were sorry. That was your first punishment. The next punishment, I don't know about your parents or your guardians, but me, it was a nice ass whipping. And then after that, it's going to be something else. And the more you do it, the worse the punishment is going to get. Because the point is for you to stop doing what you are doing, because what you are doing is wrong. You know how you know it's wrong? Because somebody had to tell you that it's wrong. Maybe you didn't know it was wrong. The first time you did it, maybe you didn't know that was wrong. But when somebody tell you, you ain't got no business doing that, and they the ones that make the rules, see, that's what I'm talking about. When the people that make the rules tell you that you're doing something wrong, then you're wrong. Even if you didn't think it was wrong. The person that making the rules told you that was wrong. You driving your car. I'm trying to give y'all the most simplest analogies that I can give you. You driving your car, right? You come to an intersection. Now you don't see no cars, nobody around you at all. You don't see nothing. So you feel like you don't have to stop at that stop sign. You don't see nobody. So you just ride through the stop sign. But you didn't see because you didn't think you saw nobody, right? But there was a cop sitting over there in the cut. And he saw you. You didn't see him, but he saw you. And he rolled up by you. Turn his lights on. Pull that ass over. And he say, sir or ma'am, the reason why I'm pulling you over is because you didn't stop at that stop sign back there. You pulled up and you just roll right through it. And you tell the police officer, well, I ain't see nobody. I mean, it wasn't nobody around. So I didn't really see a need to stop. And the police is going to tell you, well, it doesn't matter what you think. You broke the law because you were supposed to stop. You saw a stop sign, your ass was supposed to stop. Whether you see, the stop sign didn't say if you don't see nobody, keep moving. The stop sign says stop. And you didn't do it, so you broke the law. That's the same thing I see some of you dummies out here doing. Like ZX. And I'm going to keep saying his name because I keep seeing him doing the same thing. You go live, YouTube strike your channel down. You go live again, they strike that channel down. You go live again, they strike that channel down. You know why they keep doing that? Because you're breaking the law, fool. You're breaking their policies. If YouTube interrupted my stream right now and knocked my channel down right now, they're going to tell me why they did it. And I'm going to read it. And I'm going to say, well, damn, okay. This why they struck me down? Okay, well, I ain't going to do that no more. Because if I do that again, that is a violation of a policy. So I'm not going to do that again. That is what a God-fearing man does. He don't break the law. But this fool, and I'm calling him a fool for a reason. This fool broke the law. No, he broke the law. Instead of him saying, well, okay, all right, I ain't gonna break the law no more because I'm God-fearing. And I know God don't want me to break no laws because God told me that he don't want me to break man's law. God told me to abide by man's law. But that ain't what he do, is it? What he do is he lie and connive and scheme and manipulate and create another false channel under a false pretense. That is what he'll do. Under false pretense. That's what he'll do. Lie and pretend like he's someone else just to go live, as if it means that much to you. If that's the only way you know how to get your money, do you know what that means? That means that you will steal, kill, and destroy to get it, which makes you a fool. Which makes you a lover of mammon. It makes you a lover of money. And it shows people like me that you have no morals, you have no ethics. You are a man of low character, very low character. You will stoop to the lowest level in order to get what you want. You won't even attempt to be a man. You won't even attempt to stand on any square. You ain't got no square. You never was a Mason and you never will be one. Do you know how many Freemasons are listening? Do you know how many Freemasons are on YouTube? On street? Man, it's a boy. I'm going to give you an example of how many fraternal members there are on YouTube. Right now, I got 14 people watching. 14. But I want you to pay attention to the views that I get. That's what I want you to pay attention to. Don't pay attention to how many people in my chat. No, don't worry about that. Don't pay attention to how many people that are with me right now. No, don't worry about that. I want you to pay attention to the next couple of days and watch how my views skyrocket. They always do. They always do. I have a very small group of people that love me. Very small, and I love it. You know why I love it? Because these few members that I got, this handful of supporters that I have, are way more powerful than that big ass group that you got. Let the math do the work. How long have I been on YouTube? And how long have you been on YouTube? Look at what you are going through and look at what I am going through. Look at what's going on in your life and look at what's going on in my life. Now, we ain't even got to worry about the life part. Let's just deal with the live. How many times do I go live? How many times do you see our cook is going live? I mean, really. I don't go live that much at all. I just don't. You might see me on a Sunday, and then you might see me on a Friday, right? And then you might not see me no more for 3-4 weeks. And then I do another one. But you and y'all will go live 3-4 times a day in one day. For what? If you really want to know the character of a man, all you got to do is watch his actions and it'll be revealed to you. That's all you got to do. If you want to know the character of a man, just watch his actions and you'll see. It will reveal itself. And these some low character, low ethics, low morality people. They're not even men. They half a man. They ain't even whole men. But I tell you, man, um, oh boy, you know, my daughter, my middle daughter, she came up on Thursday night from Alabama. She's a law student, and she came up from Alabama, and take a little break. She got her hair done, nails done, and stuff, and hung out with one of her friends, and then she came to the house, and I got home late, because I had to drive. Well, I was coming in from a long drive, so I got home late, but we had a chance to spend the weekend together. All my babies, all at one time. And the reason why I said that is because my wife and I, we don't really get a chance to do that no more. All of us together as a family, because I'm out on the road and they at school or they at work. So it's kind of hard. And like I said, my middle daughter, she lives out of state. So it's kind of rare that we all can get together at one time and spend a whole weekend together. And we did that this weekend and it was cherished. I was with them every day and I loved it. And you know what's funny? What's funny is like the funny part is like, you know, my wife and myself, we always picture, like one of these days, they gonna grow up and get married and get out the house and they're gonna have their own life. And my wife and myself, we're gonna be able to travel and we're gonna be able to do all these extravagant things and without having to take care of them. Now we can just take care of ourselves because now they able to take care of themselves. so we could take care of ourselves, right? I mean, that's how it's supposed to go, right? But that's not the reality. The reality of it is my wife and myself, we miss our children very, very, very much. I mean, we miss them. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we like when my wife and myself, when we go out, we still talk about them. Like when we go out to the movie, like we went to go see that Thor movie, that new Thor movie. We talking about the girls. We were talking about them and what they would have thought about it and what they would have said if they was in here. You know, we go out to eat. We talking about them. If they was here, then they would have ordered this. And is the tea sweet? You know, because Chelsea likes sweet tea, and Ryan, she like her tea to be. I mean, it's like even when we hang out together, just my wife and I, when it's just us, and we go on vacation or we hang out, we still talking about them. And every chance we get, we jump to the opportunity. I remember one time I was in Montana, the state of Montana. I was drove up to Montana and I had a layover. I had a layover up there. My wife called me and said that all the girls was here and they'll be here for the next day. I was so distraught. You know what I did? I left my it's still kind of funny, but I gotta share this with y'all. I was so distraught that my wife was at home and they was at home and I couldn't be there with them. I left my truck on the job, went to the airport, got on a plane, and flew down here just to be with them for one day. And then I turned around and flew back up there. If that ain't love, I don't know what is. I mean, if the things that we do for our children, the things that we do for the people that we love, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I think that, you know, love, how I want to say this. When you love something or someone, you'll be amazed of what you would do to satisfy that. When a man loves a woman, you would be amazed of what he would do in order to satisfy that woman. You'll be amazed. When a woman loves a man, you would be amazed at what that woman would do for that man. Now, to some of us, it might seem overboard because people express their loves in different ways. It might seem a little overboard, it might seem a little excess, but it don't to them. When you love a drug, when you are in love with marijuana, when you are in love with fentanyl, when you are in love with crack, when you are in love with cocaine, when you are in love with crystal meth, when you are in love with a substance, it's nothing that you wouldn't do to get that substance, to get your hands on it. I don't think that people really understand that. It's hard to break. Love is love. No matter what direction you point it in, it's still love. I love my children. I love my wife. Agape, unconditional. There is no condition for the love that I have for my wife and the love that I have for my children. There is no condition. None. There's nothing that I would not do for them. Nothing. Now imagine this, right? Imagine if you loved a drug like you loved your spouse or your children. Really ain't nothing you'll do, or really ain't nothing that you wouldn't do to get it. Okay, hold on. It look like I got somebody back here. Hold on.
My name is Malcolm Tate.
Okay, what is that? I don't know what that is. So you might want to turn your camera off. Turn that camera off before I put you back up here. Yeah, I don't if you want to come over here and play around, that's not happening over here, bro. Yeah, I don't know what that was, or I don't know what that was, so that's why I hurry up and knocked it down. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the place. But I'll say this. I will say this. Whenever you trying to do the right thing, people gonna always try to shut that down. They gonna always try to play around, and because the devil is always at work. He always at work, and that is a perfect example that the devil is always at work. But guess what though? Just like I shut that down, I shut the devil down too. The devil ain't got no authority over here. He ain't got no authority over me. He ain't got no authority over me. I got authority over him. And as long as I keep doing the right thing, I ain't never got to worry about it. As long as I keep doing the right thing, I ain't got to worry about no devil. Just like I just shut that down and clicked them off and kicked them out or whatever that was. I don't know what that was. But just like I kicked it out, I do the devil the same way. Bro, you ain't got no authority over here. I know where I stand. And it ain't with you. See, you can mess with a lot of people. And you can get away with it. But when it comes down to God, people, when it comes down to God's son and God's daughters, oh, you ain't gonna, you can forget that, bro. You ain't gonna be able to come up against them. You can't do it. You can't do it. It's not gonna happen. Yes. Yes. Let me post that. Faith with the quickness. Let me post this. Bind him in the name of Jesus. See, people don't know nothing about that. And it's like I said before. It's like I said before. If I was up here cussing people out, showing receipts, I got all these different type of people names in my title. All that's clickbait. All that is deception. And I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But if I was doing it, man, my chat would just be rolling and scrolling. If I was doing it, I have, I don't know how many people over here. Oh man, they'll be tuned up. I don't want to hear though. You see, what I used to think is, this is what I was thinking at first. I was thinking, well, you know, it's almost 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday. You know, people got to get up in the morning and go to work. But what I started to see is I see people going live way later than this, and they chat be packed. Yeah, it be 200-300 people, 400-500 people in they chat later than this, because they want to hear that trash. They want to hear that gossip. They want to hear that mess. But because I ain't with that gossip, I ain't with that mess, I ain't with that trash, they won't do it. And you know what? I'm glad they don't. I'm glad they don't. You see, being a Mason is different. Being a Mason, you are a part of a select and an elite group, an elite organization. Though there are many, there are actually only a few, because it's many, many Masons. It's a whole lot of us out here, but it's only a few of us that are really Masons. Yeah, it's only a few of us that really stick to the code. Yeah, I'm telling you what I know. It's a whole lot of Freemasons out here, but it ain't a whole lot of us really doing the work. Yeah. Trust me, I know. I go to a lot of meetings every month. And I see hundreds and hundreds of Masons every month. And I'm telling you, it ain't nothing but a few of us that really stick to the code. Because the code is ancient. You know how people say it's a new world order? It is. It is a new world order. As a matter of fact, it's a newer world order that's going on right now. But for us, we stick to the old code and it ain't changing. I don't care what new world order or newer world. I don't care what world order is out. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I stick to the old code. You know why? Because the old code keeps me on my square. This is chess. It's always been chess. It's always been chess. That's the very reason why the chessboard and the checkerboard look the same. The chessboard and the checkerboard looks the same, but the game is different. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what I just said? The chessboard and the checkerboard looks the same, but the game is different. Y'all don't get that part. Y'all don't get that part. Now, see this person right here that I'm about to bring up. I ain't got to worry about them because I already know who they are. What's good with your Prince?
Hey, you already know Prince. Everything is everything, brother. Taking it one day at a time, man. It's been a little minute. Just coming to build with you for a little. Talking that talk, so I gotta come and bless the stage with you.
Now, I just dropped the nuclear bomb on them, and I want you to take it. I want you to take the mic for a minute. I just told them that the chessboard and the checkerboard, it looks the same, but the game is different. So tell them what you know about that.
Well, when you speaking of that chessboard, takes a lot of thought. I'm gonna say that again. You got to contemplate every single move because every move that you make, it may cause a chain reaction to everybody else that's behind you. So when you look at that chessboard, it's not just you that you make a decisions for. You have a wife, kids, family, loved ones. You every decision that you make, you must understand that you taking those people with you. And chess, I mean not chess, but checkers, you just making moves. There's no thought, there's no calculating. You know what I mean? For me, myself, as I move through life and what masonry has taught me is to think thoroughly on everything. Everything, every action has an opposite reaction. So as we move through life, you have to be cognizant of what you're doing. You have to have a plan A, B, C, D, and maybe even Z. And even when plan A don't work, you go to plan B. But even in plan B, let's say plan B works, but then you might have bullet points that follow under plan B to solidify that plan is, it's a firm foundation. And without no firm foundation, you always gonna be in a state of just chaos. And so when you understand that chessboard, when you understand as a mason, as a man, you standing on your square, that square is firmly founded on all angles. So no matter where you move, it's firm because you thought about it. When you survey the land, as you survey that land, you're making sure there's some good land, good foundation that you're building on, because you don't want to build on a quicksand. You don't want to build on a porous, spongy foundation. You want to build on something firm that ain't gonna move. You know what I mean? And if it do move, it's because you carried it with you. So everything in life is based on calculated decisions, and that is why chess is the oldest form, the oldest game there is. But see, life has shown that you're gonna have an anti against that, and that gave birth to checkers, because it's fast, it's easy, and you have some that have taken the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding that God has blessed man with, man and woman, and they want it fast, they want it real quick, they want it for ill-gotten gain. Whereas when it comes to knowledge, wisdom, understanding, it takes time. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like, if you're a woman with child, it takes 9 months for that child to be complete. But that's just the beginning, because once that baby comes out, then that's when the nurturing of the mother and the father comes in. That baby, you just can't give that baby a piece of steak. You got to give that baby milk. That baby just ain't gonna come out walking. They got to crawl, because there's experiences that you must learn as when you crawling, right? And then eventually, when you build up the strength, the confidence, the motivation, the willpower, then you stand up. Even standing up is an experience, because you realize where you came from. So you take a person that might have had bad experiences growing up. People say, "Oh man, you had it bad," but that taught him humility, taught him empathy. It took the ego from him, because yeah, he or she may see the world moving in a beautiful, you know, ordinance, but that's not how the cause was issued to that individual. But as long as you have God, the creator, the most high, the grand architect of everything at the forefront, and you instill certain values and morals within your mind, you don't let others dictate your life. Now, you might say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, the scriptures tell us that, uh, a father does not spare a rod with his child, because that gives instruction, so that as that child gets older, he may not tarry or fall off from the trail. So everything in life is based on laws. You have man's law and you have God's law. Now, in the beginning, man's law was a subsidiary of God's law. But because man, he tends to lean out on his own understanding and full of ego, arrogance, and prideful, then there's certain things that have happened where we, as the people of the land, became byproducts of it. But as long as you keep God's law at the forefront, every move that you make will be a great one. And then guess what? Within that, God will test you. Life will test you to make sure that that foundation that you built is worthy for God to continue to push you to forward, to motivate you to get the greater things. Well, people say, well, Brandon, I mean, God just sitting back and letting all this happen. No, he didn't. Everything was in creation was created for us. And through us, we're able to bear witness to God's gifts, his glory, his majesty, his grandeur. But we spit on God's creation. We curse God's name. We say there is no God. But how can the created thing, say such a thing? Well, God hasn't showed himself. God shows himself in all things. All things, even the rock that's laying on the side of the road, that's part of the creation. But the more and more we break the laws, the more and more the affliction we will suffer. More and more pain, sorrow, and destruction we're going to suffer. The more and more wars and rumors of wars and plagues and pestilence are going to come upon the people. But for the remnant, you know, those of us that remain steadfast in our prayer, in us seeking the kingdom of God, in us keeping our hearts as light as a feather and full of love, then these things won't come upon us. And when they come upon us, we understand that it's all for the will of God. Because at the end of the day, as the scriptures tell us, our life is but a vapor. Here today, gone tomorrow. But like as I heard Cook say, and I've heard many people say in my lifetime, I'd rather believe in the Most High God and find out that it's not real than to die and not believe and find out that he is real. Then I will suffer eternal condemnation. Because see, people don't even realize, Cook, that we already live and partake in eternity. Now there's a timeline, of course, and that timeline starts the moment that you come out of your mother's womb, and it ends as that first heaping pile of dirt gets thrown over your casket. But life itself, the blessing of life continues because it is written that though you may die in the flesh, but you are present with the Father. That is the blessing to live forever, immortality. So while we suffer the kingdom, we squander and debate and fuss and fight and curse and blame and shoot and kill. We missing the mark. Like really missing the mark. Like God has already blessed us with a piece of what life is. We're blessed with life. And it's so simple that we miss it. People say, well, show me proof, Brandon, there's a God. You see that sun in the sky? No man's hand hung that in the sky. Well, what else? The stars, the moon, the waters, from the smallest insect to the greatest mountaintop. That's all God's design. So if there's any question of that, if God is real, look around. And who are we to question if there's a God when God is God all by himself? And the most craziest thing is that when we say these things, when we go to the scriptures, whether it's the Torah or the Kabbalah or the Bible or the Apocrypha, all these books, everything that's currently going on in 2022, though it may have a new dress, has already been going on, brothers and sisters. There's nothing man can produce that the past man and woman hasn't done. Nothing. The same temptations, the same sickness, the same lies, the same adultery, the same foolishness, the same thing. It's just God is allowing us time before that great day of judgment, even though every day we're filled with trials and tribulations. But there's going to come a day when that sun not going to rise, brothers and sisters. There's going to come a day when all the children, like the scriptures say, uh-oh, I got a call coming in, bro. Hey, listen, I'm going to try to chime back in, man, but I got a medical call coming in, bro. Peace and love, bro. I'll try to chime back in.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all was hearing from one of my Freemasonic brothers, that's Brandon. And he a firefighter. So that's why let me go ahead and drop him off. That's why y'all know how firefighters move. They don't take no days off. Not really. Even when they take days off, if they get an emergency, they still a call on you and you need to show up. They life-saving people, literally. That's their job, to save lives. And I hope y'all was hearing what he was saying, because he was dropping a lot of jewels, in the time that he was up here. So the reason why I wanted him to say something about that checkerboard and that chessboard being the same board, but the game is different. And you notice he brought up family. So let me take it from there real quick, because I'm getting ready to close out. I've been up all day, with my wife and my children and my little grandson. And oh man, we've been out all day. So I'm getting ready to shut it down. I'm kind of tired a little bit, but I'm going to round out the conversation with this right here. Basically, what Brandon was saying is he broke it down with family, with the chessboard. So I want y'all to walk with me. And if you can, I want for y'all to try to put a picture in your mind to what I'm about to say. Okay. That chessboard, you got the king, you got the queen, knight, bishop, rook, and pawns. I think that's what it is. King, queen, knight, bishop, rook, pawn. If I'm not mistaken, those are the pieces. I hope I ain't missing now, but I think I ain't played chess in a while, but I think those are the pieces. Now, just picture this with me for a minute. You got the king, right? That's the man. You got the queen, that's the woman. You got bishop, knight, rook. Those are your key players. Father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, grandchild. So in chess, every move that you make is representing your family. Every move that you make, you got to be real careful. You got to think about that move before you make it, because you are potentially losing a loved one. That's the reason why the king looked the way they look, the bishop, the queen, the rook, the knight. That's why they look the way they look. And then you got the pawns. Now, all the pawns look the same. That's your extended family, your second, third cousin, and all them. But you still don't want to lose them. So you got to think 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead to avoid losing that family member. That's chess. Now, when you playing checkers, all the checker pieces look the same. All of them look the same. Why is that? It's the same basic move. Jump over this and jump over that and jump, jump, jump. It's the same basic move over and over and over again, and all of them look the same. All of the pieces of checkers look the same. Every last checker part, every last checker part look the same. So if you lose that piece, who cares? If you lose that piece, who cares? They all look the same. They all the same. So who really cares? They all robots. The checkerboard, when you playing a game of checkers, they are all bots. They all robots. Who really cares? But now, when you play chess, is different. Every piece that's on that chessboard, they move different. The king don't move like the queen. The queen don't move like the bishop. The bishop don't move like the knight. The rook don't move like the bishop. They move different because they serve a higher purpose. Let that sink in. We as men, we have a responsibility to ourselves, to our wives, to our children, to our family, to our neighbors, to our community, to this planet. We have a purpose. Women, and me personally, I think that women actually, me personally, now this is just me talking. I personally feel like women have a greater responsibility than men. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I think that women have a greater responsibility than men is because women actually give birth to men. It's not a man on this planet that don't love his mama. Now, he might, in his older age, he might say, man, I hate my mama. Okay, whatever. I bet you didn't hate your mama when you were born. I bet you was dependent on your mama when you got here. I bet you that. No matter how bad she treated you, no matter how much she abused you and beat you and all that, you still was crazy about her. She was the only person that you ran to. No matter how bad she treated you, you still ran to her. You know why? Because that was your mother. Even though she did you wrong, she was still your mother. And you knew that she was. And you continued to run to her until you was old enough to realize what she was doing. Me personally, I believe that the woman has a greater responsibility than the man because they give birth to the world. Now, I'm not taking away nothing from the man. Why would I do that? I'm a man. So, of course, I ain't finna take away from us. The man's responsibility is to protect that woman. The man's responsibility is to believe in God and put God first. The man's responsibility is to lead and guide. So, to my men out there, if your woman ain't following you, if your woman won't do what you tell her to do, if your woman don't listen to you, if your woman just don't seem to be on the right page with you, don't check that woman. Check yourself. Now, I hope y'all heard what I said because I meant what I said. If you ask your woman to do something for you time and time again and she won't do it, you don't need to check her. You need to check yourself and figure out why she's not listening to you. If you're trying to lead your family as a man, you're not going to lead your family if your woman is not with you. It's not going to happen. So quit cussing her out. Quit putting your hands on her. Quit trying to make her believe in you. You should not have to make your woman believe in you. She should want to believe in you. She should want to follow you. She should want to be beside you. She should want to follow your lead. And if she don't, it's not her, it's you. You know how many times I had to realize that? You know how many times I had to check myself? You know how many times I had to sit down and argue with myself because I'm wondering how come my wife ain't listening to me? I had to wonder how come my wife just don't seem to go along with this. I kept wondering how come my wife just keeps she just keep fussing and she just want to argue and fight everything I tell her. I had to find out that it wasn't her. It was me the whole time. I had too much trash in my life. I was still hanging out with them no good Negroes. I was still over there messing around with this dumb stuff. I was still hanging with the wrong crowd, moving with the wrong people. And she saw that. I didn't. So she had to make me see it. And once I saw it, I had a choice. I could either continue doing what I was doing to make me happy, or I had to change what I was doing to make her happy. And you know what I did? It was a no-brainer for me. I changed what I was doing to make her happy. Yes, self-sacrifice is the biggest sacrifice. If you're not willing to sacrifice yourself for the person that you love, you ain't no man. If you're not willing to sacrifice yourself, you men out there, if you're not willing to sacrifice yourself and give up the thing that you love, give up the thing that you want to do for your woman, don't even worry about it. You ain't gonna keep alone. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on making yourself happy. Keep on doing stuff that make you happy. Because I guarantee you, that woman ain't gonna be with you long. If you are not willing to give up what you love in order to make the person that you love happy, if you're not willing to do that, you're not a man. Just go back to being a boy, go back to being a child, and just stay there because you're not ready for a woman yet. The men of my life been told me money ain't enough. Material things are not enough to keep a woman. It ain't enough. Sex is not enough to keep no woman. It ain't enough. Now, the money might be good for a little while. Okay. The sex might be good for a little while. Okay. But when it comes down to the sacrifice, if you're not willing to do that for your woman, don't even worry about it. Because she's not going to be with your ass for long. You can believe that. I'm telling you what I know. I've been married to the same woman, boy. I've been with the same woman, seemed like, since I was born. So you ain't finna tell me how no woman, you're not finna tell me how no woman act. You're not finna tell me how no woman think. You're not finna tell me how no woman feel. You're not finna tell me that. I know. I got a house full of them. I was raised by them. I am who I am because of what my wife say I am. I am who I am because who my children say I am. And if you ask my wife, who is your husband? Watch what she tell you and be real careful. It might just blow your mind. If you ask my children, who is their father, you might want to be careful because it might just blow your mind what they tell you. I don't have to ask my wife for nothing. I ain't got to ask her for a damn thing. I don't have to tell my children what I want for my birthday. I don't have to tell my children what I want for Christmas. I ain't got to tell them nothing. I don't want for nothing. You know why? Because of how I don't have to worry about nothing because of how I treat them, because of what I do to myself. And of course, my wife and myself, we get into it. Of course we do. We disagree just like anybody else do. We fuss and and have our little fallouts just like everybody else do. But you know the difference? You want me to tell you the difference between my wife and myself? When we have fallouts, when we have problems, when we have issues, you want me to tell you the difference? I'm going to tell you the difference. I don't wait for her to say that she's sorry. I don't wait for her to realize what she's done. I don't wait for her to come to me and try to straighten the problem out. I check myself. I look at what I done. I apologize and I make amends for what I done. And I ask for forgiveness. I tell my wife, please forgive me for what I've done to you, baby. I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. I must have been out of my mind. Let's talk about this. Tell me how I hurt you. And I promise you, if I hurt you again, it won't be that way. I promise you, if I say something to you wrong, it won't be that. I promise you, if I make you cry again, it won't be for that reason. And to you men out there, until you can do that for your woman, until you can make that sacrifice, you got some more growing up to do. Now you can call me whatever you want. You can call me a simp or whatever word, whatever, new style word they got. You can call me all that. But I bet you won't call me divorced. I bet you that. I bet you won't call me unhappy. I bet you that. I bet you won't call me unloved. I bet you that. I bet you won't call me without. I bet you're not going to say I'm without. I bet you're not going to say that. So while you thinking of all these negative, derogatory things to call me, my wife and my babies are going to hold me way high up on a pedestal. You know why they hold me up high like that? Because they know that daddy, they know that there's nothing that daddy, they know that there's nothing that hubby won't do to make sure that they happy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got to talk about it. Yes, TC. Yes. Yes, sweetheart. We're going to have to talk about it one of these days. We're going to have to talk about it. Yeah. These men, we want to walk around with our chest stuck out. We want to walk around with these broad shoulders and these big muscles and this manly attitude. And we want to completely forget that if it wasn't for that woman over there, your ass wouldn't even be here. If it wasn't for that woman over there, you wouldn't even be alive. If it wasn't for that woman over there, you wouldn't even exist. But you forget that, don't you? See, we live in an age, for most of us, or I'll say a lot of us, one income ain't enough. See, it used to be back in the day, way, way back in the day, it used to be that the man would go out and work and the woman would stay home and take care of the house. That's how it used to be. And the man would generate enough income to take care of that whole house. But now we got stuff like inflation, tax increase. We got all this different, we got all these different type of things monetarily that prevent that. And it kind of forces the wife to go out and work. But what does that do to the man? And I want y'all to hear me real quick because I'm getting ready to sign off. Seriously, straight up this time. Look at this fool right here. Okay. This little somebody that came in here with this. Like I said, it's always some dumb stuff that pop up when you're trying to do right. Anyway, so society decided that you cannot support your home. A man, it's hard for a man alone to be able to sustain his household, which kind of forced the woman to go out and work. Now, like I said, where does that leave the man? Does that change his attitude? Well, let's see. Won't we see real quick? Now, the man go out and work. He work all day. His wife also go out and work. But when the man come home, he still want a hot meal. He still want his wife to be up and listen to his mess. He still want her to, massage his back and take care of him and, maybe run his bath water and all that. He still expect that. Sometimes he'll get it. Most of the time he'll get it. But sometimes he won't. You know why? Because, God damn it, that woman had to work too. She had to go out and work and generate an income just like you did. But you think that because you the man, you can demand something out of her that you're not willing to give. When are you gonna run her bath water? When are you gonna make sure that she got a hot meal? When are you gonna rub her back and listen to her problems? You don't want to talk about that, do you, man? Oh, you don't want to talk about that now, do you? No, Cook. That's being a simp. No, Cook. That's being you a sucker down. No, Cook. You henpecked. Call me what you want, bro. But I bet you my woman happy. I bet you my woman's singing a hoo-wee. But she just a whistling and singing and smiling and flipping her hair and filing her finger. But I bet you my wife is over there just as happy as but she just as happy as a bird singing in the morning. While your wife over there looking at some other dude that she worked with because you treating her like a cave woman. Your wife over there getting texts by people that you don't know because you treating her like you live in the 30s. Your wife over there on Instagram and TikTok and all these other social medias looking at other men and getting messages from other dudes because you treating her like a second-class citizen. When you gonna learn? When you gonna learn? You so busy listening to your mans who ain't got no woman. His wife left him. His girlfriend left him because he was doing the same dumb shit to her that you doing to your wife, and you listening to that dummy. And about to lose your woman because you listening to him and the mistakes that he done made. You big dummy. To my man out there, my straight men, because I ain't got no advice for the other ones. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't have no advice for y'all. But for my straight men, treat your woman the way you know she need to be treated. The same thing that it took to get your woman is the same thing it's going to take to keep her. Did you hear me? The same way you took her out, you babied her, you wooed her, you had all this smooth talk. You know exactly what to say to her when you first met her, or you know exactly what to say to her. Remember that? Remember how, you know, you never showed up at her house empty handed? Remember that? Remember how you used to have them long 2, 3, 4 hour conversations on the phone with her? Remember that? Remember how you just had to go over there every weekend, every time you was off? The only thing you could do is go over there and hang out with her because you were trying to get next to her. You was trying to, you know what you were trying to do. Well, guess what? That's what it took for you to get her. And that's what it's going to take for you to keep her. Because she ain't forgot. She wondering, what happened to that? What happened to that dude? She trying to figure out where did that man go? I don't even know who you are. I don't know who you are. What happened to that guy I met 5 years ago? You know why my wife and I are still together? You know why my wife and I are still in love with each other? You know why? I'm going to give you a few pointers. I open up the door for my wife. The front door, the back door, the car door, whatever door it is, I open it up and I let her walk through first. When I park my car, my wife don't get out the car before I do. Are you kidding me? When I put my car in park, I open up my door. I get out. I walk around to her door. I open up that door and I help her. I extend my hand and I help her get out of the car. Did y'all forget how to do that? I think y'all forgot how to do that. When it's raining outside, when it's raining outside, or it's real cold outside, or it's real hot outside, I do not park my car way over there and allow my wife to walk way the hell down there to get into the stove. No, I don't do that. I pull up to the front of the store. I get out the car. I walk around to her side. If it's raining outside, I'm going to get wet because I'm going to get out the car, get rained on, open up the umbrella, walk around to her side, and I'm going to make sure that no water hits her head. I'm going to let her go in the store. And then I'm going to get back in the car, park way the hell over there, and then I'm going to walk in the store. Did y'all forget that? Did y'all forget that? Some of you men, y'all won't even take up for your wife. Are you kidding me? I don't give a damn who you are. You ain't finna say a damn thing bad about my wife, and I'm there. Oh no, 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 no. I'm not finna let nobody cuss at my wife, and I'm there. Are you Are you serious? You gonna say something out the way to my wife, and I'm there? Are you out of your mind? No, that women know that you don't take up for them. They know when you don't take up for them. You mean to tell me that somebody, your wife fussing with somebody, and you sitting there smoking a black and mild and not saying nothing? You mean tell me your woman then got into it with somebody? I don't give a damn who it is. You mean tell me your wife is over there screaming and hollering, fussing, about to cry, and got into it with somebody, and you ain't said nothing? You're the talking about, well, you know, that's women stuff. Really, Negro? You over there talking about, well, I'm gonna let her handle that. Really, Negro? You mean tell me you not finna go over there and defend that woman that you say you love? Oh, hell no. I don't play them type of games. You not finna say nothing about my wife, and I do not come to her defense immediately. You ain't finna say nothing about Mrs. Cook. Now, you can say whatever you want to say about me. You ain't finna say nothing about my baby. And that's why I say, Jay Wilson, you can go to hell. I'm talking about straight to hell. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Just go directly to hell, because as far as I'm concerned, you already on your way there anyway. So keep my wife's name out your mouth, boy. Half a boy, half a man, half of whatever you are. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Don't give no opinion on my baby. Worry about them. I ain't gonna say it. Just leave mine alone. You don't want to go. Trust me. You're not on my level. You're not smarter than me. You're not better than me. You're none of that. You can't go toe to toe with me. You can't outwit me. You can't do none of that, bro. None of it. You would never be on my level. When I say never, ever will you be on my level. You can't reach this high. You can't even see up this high. Where I'm at, you can't even look up that high. You thought it was funny. Well, I'm letting you know, ain't nothing funny about my marriage. Ain't nothing funny about it. Ain't nothing funny about the woman I love. Ain't nothing funny about my baby. Nothing. But anyway, it's almost 12 o'clock. I've been up here going on 3 hours. So I guess, I done said enough. This is the Sunday send off. I'm gonna try to do it every Sunday if I can. Kind of get people prepared to deal with the week. Try to get people prepared to kind of, try to get them prepared to deal with the supervisor, your manager, because I know a lot of people, they don't like their job. A lot of people don't want to go to work. A lot of people, in a bad situation with their job, and they just don't want to do it, but they got to. So the Sunday send off, hopefully I could say something to you that might pep you up a little bit. Hopefully I can say something to you that may um, get you to see things in a different light. Might be able to get you to move a little different this week. Because I think that's what it's all about. Moving just a little bit different. Looking at things just a little bit different. Because I know that we all want to have our own businesses, but it just don't work that way. We all want to be able to make our own money the way we want to make it, but it just don't work that way. You know, it just don't work out like that for all of us. You know, you got a select few that's able to pull it off, and everybody else got to kind of, do their part. And there's no shame in it. There's no shame in working at a job. I did it for years. Enjoy your job. Go out there, get your money. Save your money, take care of your family. But do it respectfully. Do it honorably. Don't rob, steal, kill, and destroy just to make $1. Because that's what I'm seeing on YouTube. I'm seeing all these foul-mouthed, despicable, lying, deceitful idiots. That's how they make their money. And if that's the only way you can make your money, it says a whole lot about your character. It says a whole lot about who you are. So I thank y'all so much. And I want to give a shout out to Faith. And I want to give a shout out to Faithful and Trustworthy. May God protect. I want to give a shout out to my infamous sister. This beach is better. I want to give a shout out to TC. Y'all. I want to give a shout out to Ski Wee. Y'all, y'all really make me feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really make my heart feel full. Y'all really put a smile on my face. And I thank y'all for that. I really thank y'all for that. I thank y'all for participating in my chat. I thank y'all for being active. I really, truly do. And it's because of y'all that makes me encouraged. It's because of y'all. Y'all are the ones that give me confirmation that I'm doing something right. So thank y'all so, so very much. I love y'all. I really do. And I pray, it is my prayer that not only does God bless y'all, but he blesses y'all, your family, and everybody that know you, everybody that's around you. I pray that God bless them too. So thank y'all so much. And I hope that you have a blessed week. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to hope that you have a blessed week. I'm going to claim it. I'm going to claim it right now in Jesus' name. That y'all go out here this week and it's life changing. That you get more blessings this week than you ever gotten. That you get more blessings this day and the next day and the next and the next that you've ever gotten before. So may God bless y'all.